All right. Happy Success Saturday. Hope you guys are having an incredible Saturday. Man, I got some big news coming for you guys next week. I want you to stay tuned for that. I'm talking some massive news this next week. Something that I've been putting together behind the scenes, something I've been building, prepping for you, for our team, for the industry. It's going to be some really big news, and I'm pretty excited about it. I know you guys will be too. So I want you to stay tuned to what we have going on. We will be releasing that this next. I got you guys sitting on the edge here. We'll be releasing this big crazy news possibly as early as Monday, so only a couple days away, about 48 hours or so. 48 to 72 hours we'll release it, but I'm super excited. And I know that our audience, insurance agents that want to succeed, will also want to know what the big news is Tommy Max texted me from Virginia saying, hey dude, what's the big news, man? I can't share it yet, but man, I can promise you this. I want you guys to think about what you think it is. Put it in comments below. Go ahead and start guessing. But I want you to know that whatever you think it is, you're probably not thinking big enough. You guys know me. I'm a big believer in thinking big, striving for excellence, putting my best foot forward. And whenever I'm thinking big, dude, I'm still thinking too small. And I can promise you, whatever you think the big news is, you're probably thinking too small. There's only a handful of people in my life that actually know at all what we've been, the whole team really, and what I've been putting together behind the scenes. Man, I'm super excited. Also, I'm down in Marco Island, Florida. If you're down in this area, you want to go to dinner, you want to go to lunch, you want to say hello, you want to hang out, you want to know the news, whatever, hit me up, comment. I'll make sure that we get together and that I get to meet you and you get to meet me. So I got some big crazy news coming up very soon. I want you guys to, I appreciate your patience. I'm extremely sorry that I cannot release it yet, but literally within the next 48 to 72 hours is the plan. We've been building something behind the scenes for a while. It's going to be crazy big news. I want some guesses, man. I want you guys to guess. Whatever you're guessing, guess bigger. That's what I want you to think about. It's Success Saturday. You guys know I'm a big believer in Success Saturday. I may be in Florida, I may be on a little vacation, but you guys know that I'm still thinking about you. I'm still thinking about me. I'm still thinking about my business. I'm still thinking about expansion and growing and helping agents. I write down my goals every morning, every night. One of my goals I write down every morning. You guys will believe me, but you know what? The rest of the industry probably won't, is that I want to help every insurance agent in the world at some point in the future, and I can't do that without getting attention. So the big news has something to do with getting a lot of attention that I know a lot of agents will be super jacked for. I've not seen another, I don't want to get too specific because I'll give it away. I haven't seen another offering like this ever in this business. And we're going to release it on Monday or Tuesday. We're finishing some final build outs behind the scenes. I'm super excited, super jacked. I know that you guys will be excited because at the end of the day, I know that for me to hit my goals, whatever they may be, and for you to hit your goals, whatever they may be, you've got to, number one, you got to think big, you got to get attention, you got to take action, but you also got to provide value. And so anytime I do anything, I'm always thinking about bringing value to you guys in some way. And so this is the biggest value add that I've ever been able to accomplish. With this crazy little new big news, I may not even make a dime. Focused on helping insurance agents all over the country, all over the world. It's kind of funny. The more we grow, we start to get agents from Australia, Canada, Puerto Rico, Cuba, London, China, Korea, the Philippines. We've had agents. Alaska, still part of the U.S., but way up there. We've had a lot of agents respond looking for different types of help. I've had a couple agents already reach out this morning on Facebook Messenger. That's one good way to just chat directly with me. My team may get upset for me saying that, but that's just part of it. That, hey, agents are looking for help. agents know that 92% of agents, and that may have something to do with that number, this big news. 92% of agents fail. Man, it's hot. It's hot in Marco Island, Florida. 92% of agents fail. I want to help that. I want to be remembered as the dude that helped that statistic in this business. And the big news will it will address just that specifically. I've never brought more value to the industry than I will in this way. I've never helped agents in a bigger way than this big news will help. I've never tried to bring something really cool to you that's been bigger or better than this. And so we're going to try to do that as well. So are there any questions or guesses on what the big news is? I know that I can't release it yet, but I know that I'm extremely excited and that I want to release it. So I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate all the support. At the end of the day, everything we do is for you. So I do appreciate the support very much. I'm excited about releasing this big news very, very soon. I've been thinking about this for a lot longer than people realize. Maybe you guys are like this. You've got something that you know you want to do, something that you know you need to do, and you think about it behind the scenes for a long time. Broski, what's up, Tommy Mac? Something that I've changed in my life, and I feel like it can directly help you guys, is the reason I'm going to mention it. When I think something's a good idea, we release it in a matter of minutes, hours, days, no matter how big it is, maybe weeks. But we don't add time to any decisions that we make. So I'm a big believer in that. No matter how big the decision is, if it's the right move, then let's just do it. Dave, our sales manager, has been on vacation. He was on vacation in Florida for a week before I left, and he said I just told him about the news that we're actually releasing my idea, and he was super surprised because he's like, dude, you act faster on ideas than anyone I've ever met. And so in your business, in your life, you need to know what is going on. You need to think big. As Tommy Mac asked on video right now, what did I miss? Dude, you ain't missed nothing yet, man, but you're about to, if you don't tune in early next week, you're gonna miss one of the biggest news to ever hit the insurance industry, in the insurance world. And I'm not being clickbaity. I'm not being, over promise and under deliver. I'm not trying to like get you guys to figure it out. I'm not trying to get you guys to, maybe I'm trying to get you super jacked about it. Maybe I'm trying to get you excited. I'd be stupid if I wasn't. But I'm not trying to get you guys to, I'm not trying to make you think that, hey, there's something crazy big coming, and there's really not, because it really is big. It's bigger than I can even let on. Because the more I talk and the bigger I talk about it, the more you may know what I'm talking about before I even talk about it. It's something that I'm personally going to have to, just being transparent, probably spend $250,000 to $500,000 over the next few months to implement it, which scares my wife. That scares my team. That scares a lot of people. And Tommy Mac will be wearing his pants. DJ came to me with the idea to do that video of, hey, how do you write 12K in 1 week? How do you make 12 grand in 1 week with no pants? I just shot that a few days ago, and it's got some attention. We've had several people text or message about it, and or comment about it. Yeah, it's a funny way of getting attention, but telesales is a real deal, and what we're gonna do will also help that in a small way. Tommy Mac's a good dude that's been following us for a couple years now, from Virginia. I think Security Mentor's been around for 2.5 years, almost, right around there. Tommy Mac's been following us for a couple years, 1.5 2 years. He's a good dude. This is going to help him as well. Do you guys have any questions about the big news, maybe about telesales, maybe about lead gen, maybe about the schedule of an agent, maybe about being successful, maybe about making 100K in 12 months, 8 months at 19, maybe about making $250,000. Maybe there's people watching this that, dude, they make $500,000, man, but they're not satisfied. They know they can do more, and it may not all be about money, but at the end of the day, you make more and you can help more people. You can help your family more. You can take your family on a much needed desired vacation. You can help others because it frees up your time a little bit. So I'm a big believer in, pants or no pants. I'm a big believer in bringing some value and helping others. One thing that I want you guys to know that I don't want to happen is I don't want to be the guy that just teases you with big news, doesn't bring any value, lets people and messaging our team and our team growing and a following increasing, affecting our ego, my ego in any way. I promise, dude, that's not going to happen. I'm a small-time dude from Arkansas, now in Missouri. I got a great team that makes me look better than I am. I got a bunch of awesome agents that ask a lot of cool questions. And at the end of the day, I believe that my mission is to help as many agents as I can in whatever way I can. So we got some big crazy news coming up. I want you guys to know about it. I want you guys to be excited about it. Give you a little sneak peek of the resort. Marco Island is beautiful, man. It is awesome. It is really, really cool. So something I used to struggle with, just to be transparent with you guys, something I used to struggle with was taking time off or leaving and not working. Well, I still have trouble with that, but I used to think, and it was because I was young and naive, that hey, I don't deserve a vacation because I haven't reached my goal. I take a little vacation, or I think about stuff on the weekend. I actually think bigger. That's one secret to our business, is when I get a chance to sit and ponder and think, I start thinking bigger and start thinking about things that we can do, things that we should do, things that will help the industry. I start talking to agents. I start meeting agents in different parts of the country. And it allows me to think, what can I do to think bigger? You guys know I preach it all the time, or at least I should if I don't, that I've started setting goals even the last year. I've actually started setting goals that are bigger than my mind thinks they are. And a little secret, every goal I've ever written down has eventually come true. So if that's something that you guys can learn from, that you guys can start to do, is that, hey, if you think a little bigger, if you write down bigger goals than you think you can even achieve, and then you work your butt off, and that's not gonna be easy, and you take some action and you put some effort forth, you know what, hey, you may be able to do more than we think. So thank you, John. I appreciate the comment, buddy. We're looking forward to Monday as well. Thank you for the kind words, buddy. I appreciate it. Dude, there's just such a cool, the insurance industry is such a cool place. There's a lot of competitors. There's a lot of people that hate each other. There's a lot of people that bash each other. You'll never hear me do that. I promise. It's not me. It's not becoming of anyone to do that. Hope the big news puts more cashola in the agent's pocket. Dude, if they take part in it, and I'm gonna release some special stuff to our channel here that other people won't get, and I mean in a big way. But dude, if this happened, the big news has to do something with. I had something happen in my life that I was a part of that affected me in a massive, massive way, and because I took part in that, it has changed me. It has got me thinking bigger. It's got me thinking more on helping people and less on helping Cody. Dude, I'm a 27-year-old kid, and I've got an ego. I've got a pride. You know, I've got there's times where I'm arrogant, self-centered, but I'm trying. I'm trying not to be. And I think that's one of the reasons that I've added a new goal recently over the last week. I've got 4 goals that I write down every morning and every night. And the 4th one has to do with helping every insurance agent in the world. And so that goal, just by writing down that goal, has got me thinking differently, bigger. It's got me focused on you rather than me. And so helping agents rather than myself. It's easy to get wrapped up in yourself. It's easy to talk about yourself. It's easy to, promote yourself. It's easy to try to just make money, like Tommy Mack just said. It's easy to try to just make money for yourself. But I can promise you the big news, whether you guys believe it or not, will have nothing to do with me making a dime. It may get me some attention, and it may help a lot of agents, and it may bring a ton of value to you. And you know what? Down the road, 5 or 10 years from now, maybe it'll help me financially. But right now, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about, like I said, I'm planning on spending $250,000 to $500,000 over the next few months to make this big news secret happen. And if that's the case, I'm not planning on making any money in the short term. I'm just planning on the fact that it's going to bring a lot of value to agents. It's going to get a lot of attention. And so I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the kind words. I want you guys to stay tuned because it's Success Saturday. You guys, I'm a big believer in Saturday. To let you guys in on a little secret, last Saturday, I didn't have that was the first Saturday where I didn't have as much to do on a Saturday as I normally do work-wise. And so I told my wife, I'm like, dude, I told her, babe, I gotta go to the office. I feel weird. I always work a few hours on Saturday mornings. I feel out of place. And so I probably worked less last Saturday than ever before, but I still had to drive to the office, go into the office, and get a few things done because I was gonna feel bad. I wasn't gonna go through the rest of my day thinking, hey, I preached to you guys to get a little bit done on a Saturday morning. It'll separate you from the competition. I can't say stuff like that if I don't put, my money and my time where my mouth is. And so, dude, just so I didn't feel freaking complacent and like a loser, I went in the office last Saturday. I had less to do than ever, but hey, I still went. Because I never want to not practice what I preach. Working on Saturday as an agent helped me a lot. I had a lot of agents, most of you guys don't know this, back when I was 19 in a Mutual of Omaha office. If I wouldn't have, because I was 19, because I was in college, because I was playing basketball, I didn't have as much time as any other agent in that office. And we had an office of about 20 agents. I was the top agent almost every single week for about 8 months. And the reason why that is because I managed my time and I always ask 10 people to buy every single week. That's it. That's not rocket science. That's what I did. And by working on Saturdays, I would be the only one. What's funny is I started out as one of the only ones there. And then once the other agents in the office picked up on what I was doing, how I was doing it, the fact that I was always making calls on Saturday, before you know it, half the office was there on a Saturday, and they didn't used to be. That's not a testament to me. That's a testament to the fact that it works. It pays off. You want to do something now that's going to pay off in the near to long-term future. And so working on Saturdays was that for me. You guys don't realize it, but I was offered a sales manager position with Mutual of Omaha in a different state when I was 21 years old. I turned it down because, number one, I enjoyed being an agent. I was a young agent. I knew I always wanted to help agents in the future because I had a good story, but I couldn't help agents if I had a little bit of success here and there and then just went into management and corporate America, and that's just not for me. It's just not for me at all. I tell my wife all the time, hey, a corporate company could offer me $10 million a year to go manage their brokerage or manage their leads or manage their training or whatever. I'm here to tell you I'd turn it down all day, every day. I don't care if they're watching and offer it now, it just wouldn't happen. But back then I had a lot of managers from different offices around the US that were a part of Mutual Omaha that would actually call and say, hey, dude, what the freak are you doing, man? There's weeks where you're out producing our entire office of 10 agents, What are you doing? And you know what I told them every single time that I would tell you guys the exact same thing? I ask at least 10 people to buy every single week. And when I got to where 10 was easy, I asked 15 people to buy every single week. And when I got to where 15 was easy, I asked 20 people to buy every single week. And so this isn't a hard business, but for whatever reason, most agents struggle with prospecting. Most agents struggle with leads. Most agents struggle with getting in front of people. Most agents struggle with, yeah, there's the product knowledge. Yeah, there's the sales training. Yeah, there's the asking people to buy. But dude, all that'll come if you just get in front of people. You'll get lay down sales. I've had And so I wasn't special, dude, and I'm still not special. I figured out what I need to do, and I just worked till I did it. Like, it's not rocket science. I don't care. Anyone watching this now or watching this in the future, actually sit and ask 10 people to buy every single week. You'll make 100 grand. I don't care if you're an independent agent making 90, 100, 110%. I don't care if you're a primary agent making 30%. I don't care if you're a mutual agent making 35 to 50. I don't care if you're with WFG. I don't care if you're with Banker's Life. I don't care if you're, it doesn't matter. If you're in the life and health space, you sit with 10 people, you say, well, okay, well, Cody, what if I'm selling Medicare? And I'm only making, $300 a pop. And fact find. Those people own life insurance or have owned life insurance at some point in the past. They also have investments. They also have a need for long-term care. I used to do this 4-step money bag presentation and fact find it every Medicare appointment I ever ran. And I went over 4 areas. I went over health insurance. I went over legacy planning. I went over, nursing home costs. And I went over income protection. And so I went over those 4 areas, and you can call them whatever you want, but those allowed me to fact find in 4 different areas. So that even when I was, it would allow me to go walk through those areas. Even when I was selling Medicare, I still sold a lot of life, a lot of long-term care, the occasional annuity, and it was all because I just asked. Dude, it wasn't because I knew anything more than anybody else. In fact, little secret between me and you, I knew less. I knew less about the products. I had less sales experience. I had sold less of any of those products than anybody else in the industry. But I figured out a way to get in front of 10 people. I had a process. I asked them to buy. I actually asked. That was big. You can get in front of 10 people. If you don't ask them to buy, everybody's going to tell you I'm not interested, or they want to think about it, or they're not sure, or they want to call you back, or they want to talk it over to their spouse, their wife. There's been very few, another little secret, there's been very few sales that I've made that I couldn't have made on the first sale, the first appointment. Sounds foreign to a lot of people, sounds impossible, sounds unrealistic. If there was a chance for me to close it at some point in the future, or on a second appointment or a third appointment, or call them back, or them call me back, or reschedule another appointment or whatever, I would say over 90% of the time, when I actually made sales from following up, I could have made the sale on the very first call. Dallas in my Medicare call center, he says it all the time. He says, hey, man, he said, calling people back and following up and setting a future call back and all that, he's selling med subs over the phone. He says, dude, that's not easy, that's hard. He said, I could have, getting people back on the phone is the toughest part, obviously. He says, dude, I got to start closing more on the first call, like you do. And he started to put more emphasis on, hey, this is my one and only shot. Burn the bridge behind you. That was my thinking as an agent. Being unsure about whether you should close or whether you shouldn't close. So when I started putting emphasis on, hey, I'm closing now, I'm getting the sale right now, or I'm never getting, or by calling people back, or by following up, or by listening to all their objections, or listening if they need to talk to their spouse, or listening if they can't afford it, listening if they're not sure, they need to talk to their wife, they need to call you back, they need to think about it, all those things. You'll make more sales on the first sale, and you'll make more sales in general and on the first call, whether it's telesale or infield, if you burn the bridge and never thinking of, and make it a personal rule of yours, personal policy of yours. I do not do business with anyone outside of the very first time. Will you miss out on a few sales every now and then? Yes, but I promise you, you'll make more total sales by doing that than you ever will by closing some and then getting a small sum later by calling them back. That was something I learned from Brian Tracy. There's an audio book. I think it's in our members area for free. It's The Art of Closing the Sale. I listen to that all day, every day, on the way to every appointment, on the way to school, on the way to practice, on the way to games. I listened to that at 19 a lot. 19, 20, 21 years old. I listened to that CD. I listened to that CD so much it broke. I had to get another one. I listened to that CD all day, every day, and I learned more about closing, asking people to buy. Because you guys already know this, but there's some people that say, hey, this kid, Cody, he just regurgitates other information that he's learned. Dude, I'd be stupid not to do that, and so would you. What's up, Zach? Appreciate you being on, buddy. Appreciate the comment. You've got to, dude, everyone's got to focus on learning something. If I didn't try to learn anything, I wouldn't constantly be trying to improve myself or getting better. Anything I've learned, I either picked up from doing or I picked up from somebody else. The Brian Tracys, the Zig Ziglars, the Grant Cardones, the anybody. I'm a big believer in learning from people, in putting focus on constantly growing. You guys know that I preach this all the time, cliche or cheesy or not, I don't care, it's the truth. Some people will think it is. My biggest fear is that I'm gonna get complacent, that we're gonna grow, and then I'm gonna get satisfied or complacent or stop growing or stop working as hard or stop going into the office on Saturday mornings or stop responding to emails or messages or stop putting my value and focus on helping agents and start putting emphasis and focus on helping Cody, which is never the goal. So I'm assuming, I'm hoping you guys are the same way. You don't want to get complacent. You don't want to forget that, hey, there's a chance to always learn. There's a chance to always grow. There's a chance to always improve. What's some of your guys' favorite sales books? I'd love to hear what your guys' favorite sales books are, and I'll pick them up and read them and listen to them this weekend, I promise. I'm always listening to stuff. I even listen to The Crush and Crushing It by Gary Vee. I even listen to all of Grant Cardone's audiobooks. I even listen to Brian Tracy's Art of Closing the Sales, Zig Ziglar, Think and Grow Rich. I just listened to one the other day. I've been listening to some podcasts. I just listened to a book the other day. What are you guys listening to that you feel like I need to listen to? A lot of people watch TV shows. Yeah, I'm human. I watch TV every once in a while. But dude, I don't learn anything from watching TV. So what's the point? You know? Yeah, I'll wind down, chill out, watch some TV. I'm human. But I don't learn something from watching TV. I don't get better by watching TV. I don't hit my goals sooner by watching TV. I don't get, that desire doesn't come out of me when I'm watching TV, when I'm hanging, you know. So that's the reason I'm doing this on Saturday morning is I'm on vacation. I'm in Marco Island, Florida. If you're here, hit me up and let me know. I was gonna feel bad the rest of the day. This is just the way I'm wired. I was gonna feel horrible the rest of the day if I didn't do something work-related on Saturday morning. I have to every single Saturday, at least in the morning for a few hours. And if I don't, it won't sit well with me. It just really won't. So I appreciate all the thumbs up. I appreciate you guys being here. What do you guys, is there any questions that I can help answer before I get back to my Saturday, before I check some emails, before I end up going down to the pool in a little bit? Is there anything else that I can answer, help? Again, we got some crazy big news coming up. I can't give you guys specifics, but I promise you'll be one of the first people to know. Thank you, Zach. Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective Salespeople. Dude, I love that. Thank you, buddy. 7 Habits of Highly Effective Salespeople. Dude, I'm picking that up as soon as we get off. I got an Audible account. I've got a iTunes. You know, I mean, shoot, you can. Yeah, how to make more leads. Enjoy your vacation. What's up, Dave? Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, Zach, I would say if it's a question leads related, okay, there's one of two schools of thought, and that's the only reason we create leads is because I just was ticked off by all the, and this is not being me being negative in any way. This is me being transparent and honest. I tried all the freaking big internet vendors, and you know who I'm talking about: the Net Quotes, the Life Leads Directs, the Precise, the All Web Leads, the insurance leads, the just one after the other, and I absolutely hated it. Now, could I work them hard enough to get a return? Probably a majority of the time I could, and yes, I could, but I got so tired of everyone else talking to the leads, the fact that, and I know how they do it now. Those big internet vendors, dude, they're they're just getting leads everywhere. They're storing them. You'll get some leads that are actual real time. You'll get some leads that responded 3 and 6 months ago. You'll get some leads where they sent it to 9 people over the last month. I mean, dude, that's just no way to do business. That's no way that we will ever do business. That's a recipe for disaster. If you're investing in those companies, I challenge you to try secureagentmentor.com. That's my company. We generate all types of insurance leads for agents. I told myself I would never get in the lead business, and I still don't feel like I am. As much as crazy as that is, and yeah, a lot of my revenue comes from helping agents with leads, but at the end of the day, I do leads because I couldn't find, and I trust myself at generating good leads for me and my team and for you guys than I do some person in big place I don't even know. So the success system that never fails. Nice. Appreciate that, Dave. Print, I've never seen it in audio. Okay, cool. W. Clementstone, the success system that never fails. Awesome. This live chat will be on replay, so I'll be able to remember these. Thank you so much, buddy. I'm a big believer in learning, listening, and you know what? This little big news coming up in a couple days may be very related to helping agents, teaching, learning, training, motivating, giving them a little inside type of scoop on things that happen and things that they can learn from. So, John, hey, that's a good point. Gosh, I wish I could give a specific answer to that question. I feel bad not. What time on Monday? I'm pulling for, I would say probably the best chance is probably afternoon. As much as I want to say it's going to be Monday morning, we've got a lot of stuff to finish over the weekend. I got my team working on some stuff over the weekend. I've got to work on stuff over the weekend. So we're probably looking at Monday afternoon. I would love to release it Monday morning, and I may if it's all done. So I just don't, you only get one chance to make a first impression. Yet nothing's perfect, and you want to just do it. You want to get it out there, but you know, you only get one chance to make a good first impression. So I want it to be right. So that's a great question, John. Thank you, buddy. What other questions can I help answer? Success Saturday. We got some big news coming up in a couple days. I challenge you, if you haven't been to our website, Danny, a part of our web team, just built he's revamped our whole website over the last few months this year. And that dude's done an incredible job. Give a thumbs up for Danny and our web team, our marketing team, our sales team, our service team. If you guys have noticed, the team's grown a lot. We've got, 15, 20 people back there and I didn't have anyone this past August at all. And I only had like 3 people at the start of this year. And so yeah, we've hired at least a dozen plus people, 12, 15 people this year alone. Why is that? If I want to grow, I want to help agents, I can't do it alone. Neither can you. It's really hard to scale and grow. And when I write down big goals, and part of meeting those big goals involves, that's one of the reasons I write them down every day, is because by writing down my goals every day, I start to think, number one, I think clear. I stay focused. But I also meet goals quicker, because it happens all the time to me where a day, a week, a month will go by and I'll be like, holy crap, what did I get accomplished today? What did I get accomplished this week? And a lot of times it's nothing. Be sure to add me, guys, on Facebook as well, Cody Askins. Be sure to like our Facebook page, Secure Agent Mentor. I'd love to have you guys interacting with our posts and comments. I'd love to help answer questions in any way. By doing that, I stay focused. I get a lot more done, though. Listen to this real quick, because when I set a goal, if I don't have a goal, then I can achieve what I want to achieve, but it may happen 6 months from now. But if I've got a goal and I actually write it down every single morning and every night, I'm more conscious to hit it quicker because I'm thinking about it all day. If it involves hiring people, I hire them quicker. If it involves spending more money quicker, I spend it quicker. If it involves taking action and doing something quicker, then I do it quicker. Writing down my goals every morning, every night. I stay focused, but I get so much more done because it's happened to me. I had a lull for a few years before I started Secure Agent Mentor, or at least in the early parts of Secure Agent Mentor, where I didn't have a clear vision on where I wanted this to go. And by doing that, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days would go by, and I'd be like, holy crap, did I get anything done? Did I get anything accomplished? Did I, anything at all? And a lot of times I didn't because I wasn't writing my goals down. which means it wasn't conscious. It wasn't on the forefront of my brain all the time. When it's on the forefront of your brain, you think about it more, you take action more, you spend more money, and you do whatever it takes to accomplish it because you're tired of writing it down and not fulfilling what you're wanting to fulfill. So, all right, any other questions, anything else I can leave you guys with? I want to leave you guys with a little thing on goals. I'm a big believer in goals. Write down your goals, think about goals. We'll try to get all this wrapped up for the big news to release on Monday, probably afternoon. Don't hold me to it. I can't give a specific time. I apologize, John. I appreciate everybody liking and commenting and asking questions and watching. We wish you guys an incredible rest of your weekend. I'm down in Marco Island, Florida. If you're here, hit me up. Add me on Facebook. Cody Askins on Facebook. I appreciate everything you guys do. And again, I am here to help you. And if I ever slip up, if I ever get egotistical, if I ever get prideful, if I ever get annoying, if I ever get selfish, I want you guys to call me out. Because I promise, I write down every morning. Dude, I'd stop following me too. So stay away from the alligators. Tommy Mac, dude. Especially if I'm not wearing any pants while I'm teleselling, huh? All right, see you guys. Appreciate you. Stay tuned for Monday, okay? Big, big, big announcement. I promise. It's way more for you than it is for me. 100% promise. Appreciate you guys being here. Have a happy Success Saturday.